Hello, friends. I hope you are doing great this Friday. Um, it's been an interesting day so far. I had some things I wanted to share. There's so much going on right now, and it's interesting how what could have the opportunity to bring us all together is it's really pushing a lot of people apart. And I know it's the fear and the stuff that's happening, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a minute because it's interesting how some people feel that it's okay for them to believe in their rights and stand up for their rights, but then are also at the same time trying to make everybody else wrong for having their beliefs. And there is a lot of information and that is coming to light. And some of us have known about things for a very long time, and it's just the way it is, not good or bad or whatever. It's just we have been informed by a lot of things and have been witnessing um, just a different unveiling, if you will. And right now, there's major changes happening and possibilities for good, positive, and not so positive coming our way. And there are a lot of people speaking up about this, and other people getting angry and in judgment over those of us who might be sharing something that we know to be true, that we've been guided to. And we're not, many of us, I know that there's some people who try to convince and get mad. I go, that's not what I'm doing. I'm sharing things because I feel like it's my duty as what I'm being guided to. And I'm very intuitive, for those that know me, and I've made my life a life of following my heart. And I'm never ever doing my best to not share out of judgment or out of fear or out of just the whim. I share. My intuition has been validated over and over to me in my life, and so I trust it wholeheartedly. And it's also backed with a lot of information and from other people who have all kinds of background science and doctors, and it goes on and on and on. And I have found information that shows everything that's going on right now not to quite be what it is. And if you look around and you really look and you move past the fear, it just, things don't always add up. And that's all I'm saying. And so many people who know this to be true, they are taking steps and speaking out and standing up for what they believe is right. And they have every right to do that too. And maybe you don't agree with it. Maybe out of fear, you think that what they're doing is wrong or it's going to hurt you in some way, but it doesn't have to. And I just feel like there's so much hurtful stuff going around right now is because somebody says or shares something that you don't agree with. And the answer is try to make that first person hurt or feel bad and shame them or make them fear to stop doing what they're doing. And that's, for me, that's not the world that I want to see, I'm not telling you have to believe what I believe or what I share, but I am at a place where I love myself enough and I trust my guidance enough that when I'm told that this information needs to be shared, for those that are wanting to hear, for those that are looking for different answers, that I need to share that, and I'm going to share that. And I hope that we can all come from a place in our hearts, regardless of if we agree, to give that freedom for each other. And if you're afraid or in fear of being sick or any of that, I've had a lot of illness in my past. According to what some might say, I'm could be in jeopardy of being sick. I don't look at it that way. I found ways of working with my health, so I strengthen my immune system and I do good things for myself, so that's what I allow into my space, and I work through in different ways. I've learned to do that, and so there's many people who also have learned to do that, and so for them this is a different picture than what it might be for you. But again, it's not any more right or wrong than your picture. So please keep that in mind when you're yelling and judging and getting mad at people for standing up for something that is beyond what they see happening right now. Because for some people, there is a bigger threat that is going on that other people may not be noticing. And that can last a lot longer than what we may be seeing in front of us right now. And again, you don't have to believe it, you don't have to agree with it, but please let's try to be kind to each other as we're all maneuvering through this transition together. It is a new place, and everybody should have their say and their option to follow their heart and what feels right to them without constantly being told off or being threatened. You know, anyway, I just feel, I have so much love and I have so much hope, and I know that from what I've learned, there are ways, to create different experiences, and I work with that and I share that with everybody that comes across my path. And again, most people that know me is I do my best to always share from my heart and from what, my intuition, my guidance brings to me. And I know that everybody has their own timing for everything, and everybody has their own experience, and they're meant to be here to experience life in their way. And I'm not trying to stop anybody from having that, though I am following my path, as are everyone else that you see out there. And so again, this could be a time, a beautiful time where we come together even in our differences. If we choose, we can move beyond the war and not make it between each other, and instead learn how to do what we need to do, but not, at the same time, not try to stop somebody else from doing what they need to do. And anyway, there's so much more that could be said, but I just feel like that's just a little bit of what I was feeling guided at this moment. It's been again an interesting morning or afternoon with things going back and forth for just today, for me sharing something on my Facebook that I felt strongly about sharing. Actually, a few things, and I'm going to continue to share. Just so if you don't like it, I guess you know what you can do. But it's something that I'm feeling guided right now. How can I know what I know and not share? And I share without attachment to the outcome. I share without, expectations of what you do with it. I just share because I'm guided to share. So anyway, I love you all. Regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what you've shared with me, I love you all, and I send big hugs because I know that these are big transitions for everybody, and I'm excited because I know where the unfolding eventually is going to go. Don't know what it'll take to get there, but I know it's on the way. And so anyway, again, big hugs, lots of love, and I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.